If you haven't heard about coronavirus, you must be living in Antarctica, which actually has 0 cases considering. And with 2020 plans ruined, we might as well get to know our arch enemy. Coronavirus is a respiratory syndrome derived from SARS-CoV-2. This is a highly contagious virus that can be transmitted through physical contact with other people or through coughing and sneezing droplets. Symptoms that create the need for testing are respiratory symptoms, including dry cough, breathing difficulties, fever, and pneumonia. Now, with 34 million global cases and just over 1 million deaths affected worldwide, recorded by the World Health Organization, it does pose a concern on the future of diagnostic devices that can even contribute to vaccines or permanent treatment.
If you or someone you know has been tested for COVID-19 recently, it's more than likely that a real-time PCR test has been used. Here's a quick rundown on how it works. A swab is taken from a person's nasopharyngeal area. The sample is then transported to a lab where all the different RNA is extracted, converted to DNA, and then amplified in a PCR thermocycler, where COVID-specific primers bind to the COVID RNA strands and amplify. This cycle is repeated about 40 times, so that if the virus is present, there'll be billions of COVID DNA molecules, and a positive test can be detected. As you can see, this whole process is quite lengthy, taking about 2 to 4 hours in the lab, and you'd be lucky if your test results got back to you within 24 hours of getting swabbed. But as this virus has progressed, so have the different technologies for COVID diagnostic devices, in search for a faster, easier, and more accurate way of testing large populations for coronavirus. One really innovative new testing device is from Abbott Laboratories, and it is the ID NOW COVID-19 test.
This is a smaller portable diagnostic device which received emergency FDA approval in March. The ID NOW is able to turn around results in as little as 5 minutes and is a point-of-care device, meaning it can be used practically anywhere. This eliminates the need for samples to be transported to a lab, which is a double win. Now let's be real, that one cough in the morning last year could have just meant that you had a common cold. Now this could mean something more serious. With the Abbott ID NOW device entering the market, this can prepare for early treatment and management of coronavirus. The Abbott ID NOW is an automated assay that starts with the nose or throat swab. After the sample is obtained, the swab is inserted into the machine, which contains a specialized solution. This solution helps to uncover the envelope of the SARS-CoV-2 virus, revealing the viral RNA. The genome is then detected by reagents targeting a distinct genome region. This extraction allows for the replication for the targeted genomes to be amplified into millions of molecules. This rapid testing is much faster than RT-PCR, as it eliminates the process of denaturation, which is an essential step.
In addition to speed and portability benefits, the ID NOW offers an overall more user-friendly design with a visual touchscreen and is reported to display results clearer than other diagnostic tests, which reduces interpretation errors. The ID NOW is currently FDA approved to be used on patients within the first 7 days of symptom onset. This time period allows for the maximum accuracy of results. As we speak, Abbott currently has trials underway to determine its effectiveness in testing asymptomatic patients. In terms of accuracy, ID NOW trials show mixed results, which raises concerns in the healthcare community. Abbott's clinical trials demonstrate similar results to standard RT-PCR tests with a comparative 95% sensitivity and 99% specificity. However, there are concerns regarding the negative readings, with trials conducted by Dr. Prokop of the Cleveland Clinic reporting a false negative rate of approximately 15%. While Dr. Prokop is confident in his results, Abbott challenges his trials, stating they are confident in the accuracy of the ID NOW and the false negative readings may have risen from incorrect sample storage or device use. Furthermore, more clinical trials support Abbott's device than not, and since launch, Abbott reports a total false negative complaint rate of less than 0.01%. So who do you believe? Patient compliance is still an issue with the ID NOW, as the testing procedure is similar to RT-PCR tests and requires a nasopharyngeal or throat swab. This is an issue particularly in the younger patients who don't respond as well to invasive testing. As of August, Abbott has shipped over 7 million of these devices across the United States with a focus on hospitals, doctors' offices and urgent care clinics in hotspot areas. This is likely to continue into the future.
COVID-19 is still spreading, with thousands of new cases daily, and it will continue to do so until a widespread vaccine becomes available. The rapid testing portable ID NOW diagnostic device has the potential to slow down the virus, especially in the US, where their government has pledged to distribute these in hospitals, patient care clinics, and even schools. This would mean a quicker diagnosis and earlier management measures could take place. The ID Now would be an ideal solution if it were made accessible to countries outside of the US. But remember, this device is still not entirely FDA approved, and it's still undergoing clinical trials, which could take a really long time. Also, developing countries would probably miss out because of the cost of the device. So, it's probably very unlikely that this device would become the new standard diagnostic test before the pandemic is over.
So this is an ambitious device which helps us streamline the COVID-19 testing process, and it will be interesting to see where this device will go in the future. So what are your thoughts regarding the Abbott ID Now? Comment down below, subscribe to our channel to learn more about medical devices, and don't forget to click the notification bell.